Power dressing is a way for women to dress that gives off an authoritative, confident, and more bold appearance. So we've been seeing a lot of 80s trends come back in fashions, animal print, power suits, sharp shoulders, popping colors, jumbo jewelry. These are actually all styling choices that we saw in the 1980s. The 1980s power suits and power dressing actually came from 1940s dress wear, and 1940s dress wear was actually inspired by military uniforms and women going out of the kitchen and into the workforce. Now, the reason that women had to go out of the kitchen and into the workforce in the 1940s was because of World War II. See, because a lot of men got drafted to go into the war, many women had to go into male dominated industries and start working. This led to women's styling choices changing in an effort to make clothes more efficient for the working woman and to bolster a confident woman who could work. Now, remember, that was the 40s, back to the 80s. The 1980s was so similar to 1940s styling that many designers actually said that the 80s was just the 40s with shittier fabrics. Now, the reason that the 80s borrowed all the styling from the 40s was to empower women, to bring that confidence that women had in the 40s when they left the kitchen and entered the workforce. The 80s was an era of decadence, of glamour, of capitalism. Not to say that capitalism is glamorous and decadent. And the reason the 80s wanted to paint this empowered, bold, and confident woman is because women were climbing the corporate ladder. They went from secretary positions to being able to be a CEO. So, women's dress and styling in the 80s basically changed to reflect the societal changes that were happening regarding women. And now, what we are seeing is those styling choices from the 80s and 40s start seeping into 2025. I think it would be safe to assume that the reason that the 80s power styling is back, a styling that is meant to empower women to be bold, confident, and authoritative, is because women's rights are kind of being put to the test. And this is why I love fucking talking about fashion, because this is only one example of how fashion follows the political and economic flows of society. Thank you so much for coming to my fairy talk. If you like this video, stay tuned to learn more about how fashion is always political.